Welcome to the Now, I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm Gus Sorola.
The iPhone 7 has no headphone jack. Nintendo is finally bringing a Mario game to mobile. It's been a long day for tech announcements, and Sony was last up to bat with today's PlayStation meeting.
Now that it's over, we finally have confirmation on one of the worst kept secrets in the history of consoles. The PlayStation 4 Neo is real. It's got a brand new, much more official name, PlayStation 4 Pro.
That name is slightly underwhelming, but less underwhelming is the release date and price. The PS4 Pro will be available as soon as November 10th for $399 with multiple games supported on day one.
Overall, thanks to various leaks and rumors from the last few weeks, the presentation was just about what everyone expected, minus a few notable no-shows. But, we'll start with the meat and potatoes, the new console, PlayStation 4 Pro.
The PS4 architect Mark Cerny came on stage to deliver an ASMR about the Pro's various benefits, assuring gamers that the new console isn't intended to divide, but rather to enable brand new PlayStation experiences, specifically aimed at 4K gaming resolution and HDR.
High-definition televisions are bad at replicating what the eye expects to see.
We can't see at more than 30 frames per second anyway.
The PS4 Pro is going to make all your games more beautiful on both 4K and regular old HD TVs, according to Cerny, and will even enable better frame rates for the upcoming PlayStation VR headset.
We did get word that it would feature a 1 terabyte hard drive. As for other improvements, Cerny also said it doubled the power of the PS4 GPU and included a number of benefits from the Polaris architecture.
This, of course, has followed months of rumors about what exactly the PS4 Pro was, starting all the way back in early spring. It was nice to get confirmation about those rumors, with Sony vaguely discussing and showing off what will probably be known as Pro Mode, with games running at higher graphical settings.
Of course, that's all kind of hard to tell when you're watching a compressed stream over Twitch on your 1080p monitor, but sure, it looked kind of cool, maybe?
In all, it sounds like there'll be 4K mode supported by developers, as well as a 1080p mode with graphical improvements for those who have a Pro but don't have a 4K TV. Added to the regular settings for those who only have standard PS4s, that means developers will have to support 3 different settings for each game.
As for the PS4 Pro's price of $399, that contradicts some of what leaked out of Foxconn last week, but it does fall in line with what we reported from a source back in March. It also makes sense to launch it at the same price of the original PS4, especially now that the regular model will be dropping in price.
However, one part of the Foxconn leaks that was confirmed was the mock-up of the Pro, which does in fact look remarkably similar to the designs we reported on just last week. It's a club sandwich model PS4, and I'm fucking hungry.
It looks delicious. I wonder if we'll get any special editions that actually make it look
like bacon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sponsored by McDonald's. The McChicken. One of the biggest questions. One of the biggest questions we've always had about the Pro, however, was when exactly it was going to come out. For the last few months, we've been hearing conflicting reports about Sony targeting the end of this year for release, and some claiming that it would be sometime in early 2017 instead.
But we don't have to wonder or guess any longer because the Pro's official release date is November 10th. Probably gives it a good solid year's head start on Xbox Scorpio, the rival mid-cycle upgrade, which, by all reports, is going to be quite a bit more powerful when it does finally come out.
It did better since it's a year late.
6 teraflops.
So many. It's a little curious that Sony is going to be dropping the Pro at almost the same time as PlayStation VR. That will give them 2 competing pieces of hardware at exactly the same price during the holidays. However, the Pro does sound intended for more of a videophile audience, so it might be that they're targeting them for different types of gamers altogether, or, one makes the other better, as long as you can afford it.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate. Another really weird decision with the PS4 Pro is that it won't be supporting 4K video via Ultra HD Blu-ray. Yes, you'll be able to play games and watch video content in 4K, but video support will only be via streaming rather than an Ultra HD Blu-ray player.
Interesting choice, especially considering the Xbox One S is on the market already and actually does support Ultra HD Blu-ray. Like, Microsoft is more supporting Blu-ray than Sony, but maybe they were just trying to keep the cost down.
Which makes sense.
Which does make sense.
There's no point in showing off a brand new console if you're not going to also showcase some games that make use of all that new hardware, and Sony sort of delivered on that front?
Yeah, sort of. In addition to giving us sizzle reels of a number of games running in Pro mode like Infinite Warfare, Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, Watch Dogs 2, and Days Gone, we also got a brand new slice of gameplay from none other than Mass Effect Andromeda.
People have been speculating that Mass Effect Andromeda might make an appearance at the PlayStation meeting, but we had our doubts here at the Know. After all,
we did.
N7 Day in November seemed like a much more likely candidate to announce the game for the 4th or 5th time, or whichever one it is they're on now.
I can't even keep track.
I'm running out of fingers.
But things took a turn last night when Mass Effect Andromeda producer Michael Gamble began indicating on Twitter that today might be a special day. BioWare creative director Mac Walters joined the ambiguous festivities too, telling the community to stay tuned, just in case.
Naturally, fan engines kicked into hyperdrive, and now it looks like we finally got some more Mass Effect Andromeda to talk about, like the fact you can jump.
Jump! Yeah, jumping!
And walk.
Yeah, walking!
And I think there was like a little bit of running.
Woo, running!
And talk in a dark dungeon.
Talking.
It was kind of a weird sample of gameplay that didn't show much at all, but, you know, we saw the game running, it exists, it's real.
Probably.
I'm so happy.
I'm excited, but at this point it's been announced so many times that
But
I'm
we
just
saw
kind
it.
of I'm just like backburnering it a little bit. I'll be very excited when it comes out, but until then I'm like, yeah, of course. One game that was not confirmed, however, would be one of the biggest rumors heading into the event, and this is one of the most depressing, the next game from Rockstar.
For the last few weeks, various insiders and news outlets have been pushing the idea that we get some sort of Red Dead announcement.
We were one of them.
With Red Dead Remastered being the most recent rumor, but alas, Rockstar is going to make us keep on waiting because they were nowhere to be found at PlayStation meeting.
They're probably in a hot tub with some babes.
Damn. Not Lindsay Lohan.
Definitely not. Not her. Someone that looks like her, maybe. In terms of other announcements, Sony also officially acknowledged one of the other worst kept secrets in the world, the PS4 Slim, which has the distinguished honor of just being the regular old PS4 now.
We've practically spoiled the entire thing for ourselves by now, thanks to leaked consoles, unboxing videos, and even a disassembling video, which is, you know, a little bit over the top. But it was nice to actually see the thing and hear Sony's strategy about the console moving forward.
The PS4 regular is going to be available starting September 15th at the low price of $299 and promises a slimmer, lighter, and more energy-efficient way to play your PlayStation games.
So in all, we got a random bit of Christmas in September courtesy of Sony's announcements today. All things considered, they brought out a lot of big guns, a new console, brief glimpses of new games, Mark Cerny talking so soothingly into our ears.
Who wouldn't want that?
But it seems they're still keeping a lot close to the vest for both TGS next week and probably PSX later on in December.
Still, it looks like the next battle in this generation's console slugfest is starting sooner than any of us thought, thanks to the arrival of PS4 Pro.
What do you guys think about Sony's PlayStation meeting? Did it live up to the hype? Are you excited about a new console? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on all things PlayStation, remember to like this video and subscribe to the Know.
Can we get a club sandwich?
I still think that the Neo was a better name. I'm really tired of games having really awesome code names and then super lame actual names.
It wasn't until the press conference today that I realized that was codename Neo and PlayStation VR was codename Morpheus. And I was like, oh, it's both Matrix things. Oh, got it.